Helokawans, you're listening to the last session of 2024 for Immortal Part 2, a high-level a D&D 5e campaign with me, your game master, Little Cat. Say hi to the party and we'll go straight to the recap. In session 46, finding themselves in a family-friendly bar, which was kind of shocking. The gang spent some time sussing out the locals and, quote-unquote, making friends before meeting up with Speaker and Valerius, who had been scouting their next rendezvous point for the bright red Christmas bag. Eventually, after wandering around and trying not to look suspicious, they met up with an orc called Topher, who finds out that Hugh, man, is a really funny guy. The gang was then invited where the sack is to be dropped off and was courteously asked to be honest, which they were. The candor was accepted before Topher showed them his conspiracy wall, i.e. the missing children conundrum. And some conversation happened, which you'll have to go back to the previous episode to listen to. And then all of them found out that there's information documented, which Topher is entrusting towards you, specifically to Speaker, who has gained his trust the most. You all also found that the token that Mume has can be used as a tracker. Sorry, not Mume. Zekin can be used as a tracker. And because Topher recognizes the token, immediately asked to set up a meeting with whoever owns the token. So they must unite the tribes. Welcome back, everyone. We were just going through notes to see what we have to square off. The last thing we spoke about offline of session was Mike going, we have to square off a map. Yes.
The map with the red string map.
Correct.
My computer picked the most hilarious time to crash.
What did
it was like, Helokawans.
Oh no!
Like, are you for real?
Oh no!
What is happening?
Oh no!
That's hilarious.
It's okay. It's just a recap. You came in just in time. We hope that Kang, who is playing Zekin, is okay. Maybe he's having a nap. He's a really tired boy. Anyway, so the conspiracy wall is more like less of a red string conspiracy wall and more of a location where children were lost with, orange markers, and then you see like shrapnel of bone being used as like interesting people to talk to. But he doesn't he allows you to look at that, but he's already covered it because he wants to give you documents upstairs.
Yep. Sure.
But while
Speaker will follow upstairs.
Okay, while
do we all follow, or is he going
It's
up
up
and
to you.
bringing them down?
Yeah, I mean,
We go.
it's
How
I
apt? Do you want us to follow you, or
he turns around and he goes, I don't know if you want to stand near a bunch of hanging dead carcasses, but I don't judge.
I look at the carcass and look back at him like, oh, all right. This hadn't occurred to me until now, but this is perhaps strange. Very well.
He sort of waits next to the door as he sees everybody file through, and he closes it behind you. The atmosphere is kind of romantic. There's very dim lights. All the curtains are drawn. It's the inside of a shop. It's very cozy. It's neither too hot or too cold. Very comfortable. And he sort of brings out a bunch of stools to put at the payment counter where he stands behind it. And you see him shuffle through some documents somewhere hidden behind. You can just see the arch of his back as he is too big to be crouching down, scurrying for something. He lifts
How
him.
does the butcher shop look in general?
It's very nice. It's very
Does the
upmarket.
food look tasty?
The cheese everything looks tasty. Like, there is no horrible smell. Like, this place is very good. There's the smell of salt and curing meats. There's, Parmigiano Reggiano on some of the tables at the
While he's
side.
looking for the things, I will like window shop
Okay. You walk
if he
around.
intends
There's
on, like,
there's a lot
buying
of
things to
interesting
go
things.
later.
Quite affordable stuff. There are also some more expensive things, and then while he sort of hears movement around his shop that he recognizes, he goes, some of them are going to wholesalers, so we can talk if you want to buy stuff. And then he comes back up with like a very thin stack. When he said documents, you expected more like a dossier. No, it's just a bunch of pieces of receipts that he scribbled on that he just somehow folded together.
I see. Interesting.
Like he's organized, but this doesn't seem to be something that he chose to be organized with.
Okay.
He puts it on the table, and then there's just names of people behind a receipt for cheese. There's another location behind a receipt for. It's like, wait, do they have game? I thought next year. What? I was asleep.
Ah, there.
Mans,
Okay,
mans.
he is gambling.
He's coming. Anyway, so you just have all these scattered stuff, and they're sort of pinned with another piece of bone that people have been using as paper clips and pins and stuff like that. And he puts it on the table. This is all that I have for you. My suggestion is go around and speak to these people. I haven't had time to do that myself, but nor can I be sure that this ragtag names and places would give you the information that you need in the first
Hilarious
place.
peers at the paper.
Interesting.
Speaker will glance at them and then ask him, "What about them stood out?"
Yeah, like are there notes on the receipts, like name and then like description as to
It's more
why
like
this name is important?
the receipts look like the person who had the receipt say, "Hey, talk to this person," and then the Topher just flipped the receipt around and started scribbling names. You know when you have notes but you have no paper? So
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah.
have is the receipt, but the receipt
Uh-huh.
actually is supposed to go to someone, and that someone has the information. So you're like, you know what? Give me back the receipt. I'll use it as notes. You don't need a receipt, right? And then scribble, scribble. Okay, okay.
Okay. So it does like there are like names and then what information they might have, that kind of thing.
Correct. Valerius, can you roll me an investigation check, please, since it's in front of you and you're scrutinizing it?
Okay. If Roll20 will cooperate and load up my character sheet.
Whop. If you want to be quick, you can roll actual dice.
Nope, it's cool.
Okay.
It just loaded up.
Okay.
Speaker,
Investigation.
Go ahead.
well, speaker is mainly asking in terms of like what about these particular individuals or places were interesting or stood out to
He
him.
pulls about 3 sheets aside and he goes, "These were the places the children were lost." And then he points to one of them and he goes, "This one was the one that you knew about, Zekin. The place where Crag was like, I don't know what happened. It was dark and it was smoky, and then I heard a child." These are the 2 places. You recognize the 2 places
To
based.
clarify,
Yes.
we learned that the guards that were hired to escort them were efforts made by the resistance. Like
That is
we-
something
I
you
don't
don't
think we
know. The thing that was mentioned is the police station they were being led to is manned
Uh-huh.
by, in some part, by people from certain resistances. Like they don't know they're working there. Zekin just happens to know that they are resistance members because he has intel,
Okay.
but they don't know each other.
So I suppose the clues point to like, resistance is trying to protect these children and then
And then they got ganked.
and they're just getting taken anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't know if
Fair enough.
you don't know what kind of support system the resistance has in trying to maybe protect these children, or whether there's a mole. He does look at you as he explains the locations and how they correspond to the map, which somebody has written down on a piece of paper, assumedly.
Okay, there was two other places which are.
It's I'm not gonna give you names because they are arbitrary places on the
Yeah,
map.
it's just place
Yeah.
2 and place
So
3.
yeah, place 2 and place 3.
But why are they important? Is that important?
They are important vis-a-vis. It is strange that it would have been here. So one of the locations is in a not really a slum-like area, like a middle class area. And he puts a note there. This is an area where a prominent member of a resistance group went missing about a week ago, and there was conversation about where the child will be going.
Wait, so a member of the resistance group went missing,
Yes,
and that person is not a child, I imagine.
that person is not
That's
the
like an
child, but
adult.
that missing person's child has to go somewhere. But before that child could go somewhere, they were kidnapped.
Okay.
And it seems to
Are there
be
similar patterns?
yes,
Like,
very much so.
okay, so it's people
People's
go
children.
missing, then their children also go missing.
Yes,
Ah.
that is what
Is there
he
a
knows.
pattern with the type of people that are going missing?
You ask this and he goes, given what we've seen so far, it looks like it's people trying to make a difference. And when they cease making a difference, they disappear. I guess somebody wants to tie loose ends.
So it's like retired. Like when you say cease to make a difference, do you mean like they stop working and that's why they're getting disappeared, or because they're making a difference they're being targeted?
One can hope that they've retired, but I don't think so. People don't stop fighting.
DM,
Mhm.
from my 27, looking at the sheet of paper, the papers that he sprawled out, do I see anything that they haven't noticed yet? By them, I mean like Bosk and this gentleman right here.
I mean, Bosk and the gentleman and speaker are now having a conversation about, like, directly. You're scrutinizing the paper, so you're the first one to sort of clock in these situations. You don't recognize the names, obviously. Neither does Second, who is next to you. The thread that you can see, and from what information that you're hearing, is that this doesn't make sense. Like, this is a leap of faith for you, but it doesn't make sense for a resistance, members of a resistance working in a police, to not know other members of the resistance, to try and protect children, to then have that children be kidnapped by the matriarch's forces, and yet have no real significant visual in town. Because you remember walking and you're like, that's not a lot of guards unless they're hidden. And she's not the type to hide.
Can I burn a knowledge point for something?
Go ahead. Let me open up the
I'm not-
knowledge point counter.
I'm not sure which knowledge point this will fall under,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll just phrase the question to you first. From the limited information that Valerius is gleaming from these pieces of paper and what he has observed in the town itself, is it possible that one of the resistance group could potentially be a matriarch black ops group that are trying to confuse stuff around and figure out to see if not figure out to see like running interference in such a way that the resistance doesn't feel anything weird about it, but they are moving things along, if that makes sense.
I will allow you a use of a knowledge point from daughter, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so based on your question, your brain moves. You start to get a headache. No. There have been certain things in the project files for daughter that has considered the possibility, especially under Gunlaug, infiltration specialists. And this is along the lines of even mentioning Bosk, once or twice, but they had deemed Boss to be too volatile, too scientific. So they sort of went, no.
Oh, wait, okay. Following up with the boss theory, can Valerius think about, okay, with the type of specialty that boss has with goo and whatnot, is it possible that potentially instead of having dedicated groups ran by the matriarch to run counterinsurgency, could it possibly be that some of the insurgent members themselves are indoctrinated sleeper agents, if you will?
You know that this question has nothing to do with Project Ivan. Based on sleeper agent style, it could be possible.
Having this revelation, Valerius will like call over like the others is like, hey guys, I have an idea to run by you.
Mhm.
Mm.
So Valerius like points out like his observations so far as well, how there's like seemingly no connection between the different insurgency groups that are running in this area, despite them being close proximity to each other. The fact that there's very minimal guards in this place and whatnot. He brings up the idea that potentially that either the sleeper agents embedded within the resistance groups themselves, or the fact that there could be a quote unquote insurgent group that is actually loyalist to the matriarch. That's why
Makes
there's a disparage between how everything's being ran and whatnot.
Topher hears this and puts his hand down quite loudly on the table, and he goes, "That doesn't make sense. Why would he's make me an insight check?"
Can I please have everyone else make an inside check too?
Everybody can make this insight
I'm
check
not
because you
gonna
can see
be.
him because he's like irrationally
I ain't gonna
angry.
be helpful, man.
What's that?
That's a 5.
Oh, 5. I
That's a
forgot.
5. I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy. Speaker 24.
Right.
Valerius 8. 8.
I think
And
we lost count.
It's okay.
Cut.
I'm just gonna like think what I think.
you're gonna be
Well,
like, oh,
It does
cheese
make
is
sense.
nice.
I know the reason, but I'll let the DM say it.
We're
That's what
Kang's
I would
answer
do.
will come up again. He seems in absolute disbelief in the perspective of speaker that somebody would even deign to think about this for somebody so entrenched in their this guy would be a paladin 100%. Like he's so steeped in his what is that word, in his not lore, like in his beliefs, that he cannot fathom somebody being an Asian provocateur. He's so angry that you would bring it up that it tarnishes his group specifically. But you can see that as he says that, it also clicks in his brain that why not? But he's so angry that he even thought that.
Speaker will look to Valerius and say, we have to give the enemy intelligence some credit too. Whatever we are doing, they are bound to have someone on it at least.
Valerius nods like, that is true, yeah.
Then he will look to Topher and say so. If children were being moved to safety, does that mean you knew or identified which ones were going to be the next targets?
He shakes his head. There are so many people that I don't know who are attached to other cells that it is imperative. And then he looks at Zekin that we do meet up at least once to identify who our members are and weed out your sleeper agents.
Speaker will think about this and says, well, that's a good reason. Another would be if we knew whoever had children to protect, then that's likely the next move for the enemy as well.
Out of game,
Go
I'd
ahead.
like to ask a question real quick. I might have missed something, but is Topher and his group the ones that's like actually getting the people to safety before stuff happens?
He shakes his head. If you ask this out loud, it's not him, which is why he's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't like
Mm.
children going missing, and you get the gist that he doesn't like not knowing, and he doesn't like that these kids are going missing and somebody knows who they are before he does.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hmm. On another note, let's see. I was about to say something.
Sorry about that.
Oh yes. Speaker will look to Bosk and can you detect anything strange?
You mean in terms of those machines or oozes?
Yes. We haven't tried it since coming in. Yes.
True. I will use my primeval awareness to detect creatures.
While you're spending
One
that what
moment.
minute,
Myong.
Topher looks at the rest of you and goes, she can tell those constructs exist nearby.
Well, she had a hand in making some of them once upon a time when
That
she
is
wasn't
true.
herself.
But to be able to detect them really is a boon to any situation. To be able to avoid them, especially.
It has been pretty helpful.
Okay, you come to after a minute of scanning. No undeads.
Okay. Don't sense any of those machines nearby.
And the other variety?
What other variety?
The
Oozes?
You might not be familiar, but there was this ooze that we developed that would reanimate the corpses of the dead.
He crosses his arms over his very wide chest and looks at you pointedly, directly. And I'm supposing that this is one of your creations? He doesn't look very impressed.
That's what the notes say.
He softens a little bit as you say that. You have no recollection whatsoever.
Not really, no.
And then he looks at Valerius, who... Okay, Valerius was outside. He came in at some point, and then he looks at Valerius and he goes, and you as well.
Valerius sighs like, yeah, neither do I.
I suppose what you could say is that we don't remember, but there's a certain muscle memory there.
Tell me more about this other thing. What did you call it? He looks at speaker. Ooze? Like jello. Those things
Yeah.
that...
You know oozes, like
Except
slime.
except you wouldn't really find them unless they were inside someone or if you happen to be in the very wrong place.
He gives you a face of like mild disgust. That's another problem that we have to deal with, hopefully. Not?
Back in our day, they weren't exactly uncommon.
I mean,
Do you just not see them anymore?
oozes in general exist, but the way you talk about it, there's something more. I mean, and then he starts listing down, the common slimes that are now used in various industries for cleaning and stuff.
Valerius
I
will
would
produce
I
his
would detect
tablet.
those too if those were here.
Yeah, those are like very, very small blips. And they don't move. They are in various solid locations.
Yep.
Okay, so Valerius like pulls out his tablet and he keys up a video from his helmet cam about the time where they first went to that underground facility and the users tried to escape from the door after we breached it.
Oh. He watched
And
with rapt attention. And there's more. More than this.
Well,
Plenty
these are
more.
prototypes. I don't know how far they've been developed.
Speaker will say, some of them used to be people. Some of them still behave like people, but Not as you would.
Are there any identifying factors?
I look at Bosk.
Speaker will say, well, the ones that I was used to seeing more were, well, after people died, they got back up and, well, seemed stronger. And if you took them down again, the black stuff would come out. That was one.
You see him pull a receipt sheet, tears it off the till, and then brings out another pen and scribbles exactly what you just said, crumples it up and puts it in his pocket. I will have to speak with you about this later, but for now, let's go back to the children, primarily. He is very
he will
concerned.
look to boss to speak.
Yep. What did you want to talk about the children specifically?
He's like,
Okay, out of character, do you want to do the honors and tell them about children oozers?
oh no.
Well, one of the concerns that we had when we heard of these incidents were that we know that children are being used for various experiments. Valerius, you have the files. You can show like some of them. I
Okay,
suppose.
Valerius will
Ones
key up
pertaining to them
some.
anyway.
Valerius will key up some of the files that doesn't share too much details, but
Yeah.
enough to give a gist. So he'll like show like 3 files, I guess.
To know, like, just to show, like, look, the kids are being used.
His concern
kind-
grows even more, but he leaves you to talk to yourself as he goes through the details of this with Valerius next to him. Because you know when you give a tablet to someone or you give a phone and they start swiping and then there's something that they're not supposed to read, so you're trying to stop that.
Valerius is like,
Yeah.
Nope, not that far.
No,
Imagine
that's not for you.
Imagine Valerius showing 3 files and it's like kid experiment.mp3, kid experiment.2.
I want to ask out of character, if you guys want to bring out the 3 apparent escape experiment kids that is on the loose right now out on the world.
I don't think we need to bring them up per se.
He's not the guy that is in charge of like trying to smuggle kids to safety.
No. All of
no,
you,
yeah.
all
no,
of you
they are
make
not,
me
I know.
an intelligence. What would be a good role for this? Let me see.
What are we trying to find out?
Do I get to make this roll? Or am I just like in the side still preventing him?
No.
from looking
Everybody,
at the-
everybody can make this roll. I just have to figure out what
Valerius
role.
was trying to compare the
which
time
skills
of
is-
them leaving to coming here or something.
Investigation?
Yeah, an investigation check, like a investigation, and choose either to use your intelligence or your wisdom.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
sure. That's it.
My
Heck
roll
yeah.
20 is still not
24.
24, very nice.
Well, it'll be 18 for speaker if wisdom.
21 investigation, second.
Well, my roll 20 is loading very slow because everything just started up. So investigation,
no.
right?
Yes.
Yes. I'll roll twice. I'll take the lowest. Shit. One more time. Take the lowest. Take the lowest.
Huge.
Lowest is
Oh, big.
25.
Very big. Right, so
We know what's up.
you can kind of sort of put 2 and 2 together, and you think that the person to ask the real questions is Hugh, because he seems to be very good at coordinating people, and he seems to be knowing. You've been delivering sacks to people who don't seem to know each other.
Yes.
Hmm.
Wait, who's Hugh?
Hugh,
Open.
man. I mean, no, it was Pierce.
Oh,
Guy.
guy.
Guy. Sorry, not Hugh.
Guy
Hugh was his
Human.
old name. Hugh was his
Oh
old
no, he's
name.
called Guy Human.
Now, no, it was Hugh Man. Now it's Guy Pearson. Okay, so Guy. Sorry, Guy.
Guy.
It's a funny
Oh my
human
God,
people names.
Human.
It's like
Okay. Guy.
it's very
alright.
strange that he can navigate all of these things and be cheeky about it.
Does that To talk to him, we have to leave, right? We have to go back,
We have to leave the because I
right?
don't think he enters the.
No, he doesn't. But he did probably give you some kind of tale. And then Valerius especially, you remember, how the hell would Riffin know where you were going in the first place? They didn't follow you.
Can we? Is Griffin is still outside, or is it Griffin here?
Riffin,
Griffin,
she's
Ri-
not
Riffin.
inside.
She's
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I know Riffin. Sorry.
Griffin.
Yeah, is she outside or is she
Well, I
in?
thought like Sequence said that the token is trackable.
The token is
Yeah,
trackable for the other cell.
but I don't think like Guy knows about this token yet. At least not
Well,
now.
if it's
Maybe
trackable
he
for one
does.
person, why wouldn't it be trackable for other people?
Yeah. But anyone who knows that we have the token can track it, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Or
far,
maybe they're just tracking your disguise. Who knows?
Yeah.
no.
Locate person, locate object. Many ways to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Locate
Yeah.
object, head of disguise, pings 50 different people in the city. Like, oh well.
Oh no.
Inadvertently pings like one vagrant at the side of the street. Like, why are you in disguise? I like to
He's
look
not a
grimy.
vagrant.
Like, he's not even grimy for real. He's just cosplaying.
I don't
yeah,
like actually being grimy. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, just
So,
want to
Sequence,
ask if she's here right now listening to us, or is she just outside at this current moment?
He
Oh, we don't know. We're all inside.
he hears you ask the question. He leaves the room. He opens the door to the shop and then he looks around. He's like, doesn't look like she's still here. I can get her to you probably in the morning.
Valerius kind of just like
Yeah.
slaps himself in the face. He's like, oh.
Ah.
Hmm?
Yeah, nothing. I was already like curious and on edge when knowing that someone is super good at hiding, like as a guard.
have you two been working together a long while?
He nods. She acts as a sort of intermediary between Guy and myself, and I don't know who else. Were there more of these? And then he points to the red sack. Because I remember you
what-
sent one to the herbs girl.
Yes, there were.
There was a sack of potatoes for the inn that we were
Potatoes.
staying at.
That's
yeah, a
very
sack of
strange.
potatoes.
What's he doing
The
sending sacks of
person that-
potatoes?
The person that picked them up, might not have been actually working at the inn,
I'm go. I
and
do-
the contents might not have been potatoes or just potatoes.
By what I've seen so far, I do believe that all the things we send are not the people that work there, most of it at least.
Makes sense.
You sent one to one of the girls. He's talking about the girl Gunlug
The
sent
green
the
one.
sack to.
Yeah, the green one. Yeah,
He's in contact with her, so you assume that they're in the same cell. But I wasn't aware there were how many others?
Uh,
Well, there were 4 in total.
4, yes.
They could be in the same cell or 2 separate ones. And then he points to Zekin, and the token is a singular one. He strokes his beard. It is very much more important that we get them together.
Like I originally planned to stay here a little bit longer, since I know this won't be a 1 day thing.
Well, what would help us is if there are any convenient disguises you might have for the next day.
He puts his eyebrows up. There's a lot of people who sell secondhand clothes in and around. I can have somebody run and get them for you. And then he looks at speaker in particular.
I might need something better than clothes.
He nods. You're
Uh,
bigger than me. Maybe we can give you a haircut and a dye. You wouldn't mind being
Mm.
brown for what, a couple of days.
That would
We
probably
used
work.
to wear suits.
Suits. I'm afraid that within this district itself, a suit will be very out of the ordinary.
Well, yes, I have no problem with a haircut.
Sure, I
I
can
think you could do it better than I can.
set you up with someone, and then he sort of touches his head and is like, I'm not exactly having a wealth of hair myself, so I've not had to do any of those treatments. Perhaps you can come back. Where were you staying again?
In Naka's bar.
Ah, yes. She does lease them out to weary travelers in exchange for some labor. I can send someone to you tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. 6
The
if
one we have
necessary.
eaten.
I think I also need one. At least a die.
Right? He tears another piece of receipt paper and passes it to you with a pencil, and he goes, "Why don't you write down what you need? I'll tell you how much it is. You can leave the money with me, and I'll get somebody to go shopping.
Right. Okay.
Starting with 2 hair dyes."
Respected.
I think how besides speaker and Zikan, how noticeable I would think that Valerius and Boss would be if they are not wearing what they are wearing
Boss is not
usually.
Just wearing
noticeable
normal
at all
traveler's clothes.
because Bosk is not identified by her face but by her mask.
Yeah,
Valerius
so
is identified by his armor, but there have been a few times where people have seen
He's
him
taken off his
without.
helmet.
ah
But you're not sure if this
But
has been spread around as like, oh yeah, this is what he looks like.
if
Valerius
like
raises his
matriarch
hand.
people are looking for us, they will know what our faces
Oh, they
are. I'm
definitely
pretty
will
sure.
know.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so but let's go on like there's no matriarch people here at the moment type of
Okay.
situation.
She won't
A
dare
dangerous
send her
assumption, but I like
constructs
your
down
style.
here. We're not particularly fond of them.
Yeah.
So, if anything, we're worried about actual living, breathing creatures.
Yeah.
Or her actual agents, breathing ones.
That's, yes.
That's what you said.
Yes, I know, I know. I just repeating.
And if you find any elves, run.
Why is that?
I don't think we've seen elves.
Exactly.
We won't. That's the thing. We don't see them.
He nods.
Speaker will say, it's been a while since I was around. Are all the elves now descended from her?
Of course not. That's disgusting.
Hmm.
However, who knows?
Elves run. Are there any notable elves in the city?
He shakes his head. Which is why I said if you see any elves run, they tend to situate themselves in ice route. They are considered the favored ones for obvious reasons. They don't live in any cheap slums.
And half elves?
Few and far in between. That I know of.
Any other long-living races that we need to be wary of besides the elves?
He shakes his
As
head.
of late.
There used to be pockets of dwarves, but they have gone into hiding or they have picked their fealty towards her. Similarly with gnomes. Although I hardly see them unless it's in a position of merchants.
Hmm. I see.
Historically, it
Any
doesn't
flavor?
seem as though they like the long-lived creatures.
Hmm.
Just to rephrase, he said like she doesn't seem to like the longer lived races.
Correct.
Hmm. Interesting. Doesn't like competition.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Okay. Going back to the receipts and names. Can speaker quickly ask like which of these other names and locations stand out? Like, I remember there were 3 locations mentioned where children went missing. One being cracks, one being the middle class area. What about the third one?
The third one is more in a slummy area, and there seems to be a note that they were walking through, similarly to the crag situation.
They're going to the police station.
You're not sure where they were going. It's far away from this police station. The one
Oh,
that you
okay.
know anyway.
But they were just walking to somewhere.
Yeah, they were walking to somewhere.
Okay.
You bring this up and he goes, "We're not entirely sure if they're always going to the same police station." Again, I have to remind you there have been several missing children. I can't
Hmm.
say that they're all interconnected, but they could be.
It would seem
Right.
extremely stupid if like everybody was moving them to the same police station where they always get intercepted. That would be really stupid.
If this was said out loud, he's like, "Yep, yep, 10
Okay.
points."
Okay. But then regarding the receipts with names on them, speaker will ask him about like what the names are in context. Like,
Okay.
this receipt, this name means who and like how they important kind of thing.
Okay. So, the names are Solis, Nandari, and Serdal. Solis is the first name.
Mhm.
There's a note that says works at the police station. Second, you recognize this name, but you have never been able to befriend this person. They are a gruff, older woman who works in the police station. Every time she sees you, she's grumbling because you're always making a mess of things. And when I
Hmm.
say mess, it's more like you befriend the newer police recruits.
Yeah.
You tend to have information that you're not supposed to, and she finds out and she yells at them.
Hmm.
She seems to have some information. Apparently, Nandari is a young woman who sells flowers in one of the districts. She doesn't have a shop.
District as in higher class or lower class
Middle
district or
class.
middle?
One
Okay.
of the middle class districts. She doesn't have a stall. She has a basket with her. He is explaining this to you, and she tends to walk up and down the street selling her flowers. So she tends to
Hmm.
see and hear a lot of things. She would be an excellent person to go ask questions about, and she doesn't just stay in one area. She moves around a lot. So maybe on one day she's at that area, on another day she's gone to another place. He puts a question mark asking whether or not she goes to the more expensive locations. You're not sure. And
Speaker will ask on this one. Is she forthcoming with information or does she have to be encouraged?
perhaps encouragement would be greatly beneficial. Of the monetary kind. She is a merchant after all.
Hmm.
and flowers don't sell themselves. Sirdal, he looks at
Hello.
Valerius. Actually, no, Valerius didn't come in with his fancy outfit. He was in a more subdued outfit. He is another merchant that sells trinkets. He may be forthcoming, but he may keep things to himself. I tend to feel like he behaves more like Guy than Guy does.
What?
What?
So perhaps be a little careful with this person.
Oh, the guy Valerius is disguised as is a real person.
No. It's a different
He
guy.
behaves more. He behaves more like he's like our patron exaggerated even further. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh,
Like he has a weird sense of humor. You don't know what he wants. That kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay. Speak or take note. They are human.
He nods.
All human.
Whoop.
And where is this merchant found?
Your guess is as good as mine. And then he gives a vague description. You can start in Central Market. But he's very hard to miss. And then he gives you like a description. Very loud. You'll see him in bright blues, fuchsias, and all sorts of manner of colors that don't really belong in the outskirts where we are.
Anyone else have questions? Like passing the mic over.
Valerius has not much questions. Whatever needs that he feels needs to be asked has already been asked by you guys, and I already asked my question, so I'm good.
Yeah, no need. The kid question cannot proceed until probably found the other groups and have a meeting. Maybe we can get more answers regarding the children's.
He looks at
So right
you.
now there's no. Yeah.
Uh,
So right now there's no more questions.
How soon can you get the meeting together?
Tomorrow I will attempt to go to the location that I send the goods at and see if I can get an audience without needing guy to make a appointment.
Actually, on that, do you have a token of your own?
I don't have a token per se, but he scribbles a signature on another piece of paper and he passes it to you.
He passes that to Zeke.
Yeah, it's
Right.
an insignia, very crudely drawn. I don't really believe in having some kind of symbol, but it's good for identification, I guess.
All right.
Valerius so pure at this symbol.
Of course, there's bits of it that you recognize, being that it is somewhat derivative of the Rikers. It's also very strange. Like nobody's really told you why it looks like the
Uh,
Rikers.
Yeah. Can I ask, because I did miss the beginning, have anyone asked why is it similar to, or did Valerius even
Not.
like mention about the Riker?
I thought it was because like in the earlier sessions, like we found that there was a
I
splinter group
know.
of Rikers that like broke off and like did good things for people, and then like people adopted the insignia as a resistance instead.
Yeah, I know that as that, but I mean like here, like everybody has like different splinter but not similar, similar Riker symbols. But I mean like, did Valerius brought it up or not at all?
I think it was raised that you're asking is in why they're not working together.
Mm, No, I know why they are not working together. I'm just wondering why all of the symbols of the resistance are so similar yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't know that either.
Huh.
You don't know that,
Alright.
but that's probably because your master didn't bother to tell you.
My did my master has a symbol that he have?
Actually, you don't know.
Yeah, because I
Does
never.
Deacon have his own symbol?
No, that's
Nope.
the thing. I don't. My group and me doesn't go by a symbol.
Okay, that's fine.
But yes,
Boss, do
now
you have any questions?
for
Nope.
Valerius in particular, it's increasingly becoming very strange that nobody can tell him why exactly this symbol is important. Yeah, people breaking away as a splinter of the original Rikers makes sense, but how did it become so prominent?
Yeah, no, right.
Hmm.
I'm just
You need
imagining it
someone
like
who's
the
lived
modern
long
day
enough
where
to know
everybody just
why.
like slaps Che Guevara's face around without knowing why.
Oh my god, that's like a personal pain for me. They're like, oh, capitalism, Che Guevara. Yeah, I'm gonna buy his shirt. Like, he would hate that. Specifically.
Yes.
Anyway, so he's looking at you, waiting for more questions.
Okay.
Mm,
Speaker will start making a list of disguises and whatever that people want, and I guess
uh,
we can retroactive if people forget stuff or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will help you make the list of disguise as well because I don't think boss needs must be if she's not wearing her mask, and then Valerius
Valerius will raise his
might.
hand. I have disguised self.
Uh, no, you want a proper one that isn't magical because remember what casting spells means.
Valerius pulls out a disguise kit.
Oh,
Man's
good,
impressed. Man's impressed.
good. I didn't know that you know to do makeup.
Well, you probably want to restock that, right?
Actually, a very good question. Valerius looks through his disguise kit. Like, how in dire need of new clothes am I?
Is it 250 years old?
No, of
It's a
course
new one.
not.
It's a new one.
It's a new one. Don't be
Okay,
ridiculous.
good.
I would say that roll me a 1d4.
Okay.
Imagine this guy contains like fashion from 250 years
I
ago
actually
to
have to Google
Valerian.
how much a disguise kit costs. I think it's 25 gold pieces.
It's not prohibitively expensive, I
It's
don't
not
think.
that bad.
It's
Yeah.
not
5 gold
expensive. Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah, 25 GP.
Okay. So since you rolled a 2, you need to top up another 12 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Okay, so
Oof.
Valerius will like pull out 12 gold pieces. Like, okay, I actually do need X and X and X and X. He gives someone a shopping list.
Yes.
He's like, here you go. And here's the
Sees
money.
that. He's like,
God.
this is a lot. He looks at the amount of dye that both of you need to buy.
Mhm.
A lot, man.
Uh,
Y'all are full on fur balls.
he's
Yes.
out of
Yeah.
character. Like, speaker comes up with an ombre.
Gonna do entire body.
Look, why don't you give me 50 gold pieces, and then I'll give you back whatever I don't use.
Sure.
Okay. We'll pass. Okay, we'll pass like 5 platinum or like 5 platinum in change. So the group has over 12 platinum left.
Nice, which is a lot. He takes the plats. And then you see him open his till and exchange the platinums into smaller currencies.
Well, I thought we already exchanged it before that because like as a
Oh,
DM,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true, that's
I
true.
believe.
platinum is very
Yeah,
bad.
I
Okay,
believe
so
mentioned
you
that
give
you
like
rather.
$50 essentially.
Yes.
Okay. He takes that, he puts it in a sack, and then he puts the notes in there, and then he writes a note for a runner. It's very rudimentary scribbles of like this: send runner, go get, be ready by 6:30 at Inaka's place. in the morning.
Not appreciated.
Oh, you finally woke up. Sorry, I wasn't talking to you guys.
Okay. You guys, if there's anything else I need to close my shop, I have a bit more cleaning to do.
Oh, right. I pick out some stuff to buy.
Oh yeah, what do
I
you
will-
get?
I will spend.
It's essentially a
I will
deli.
spend 5 gold. No, that's too much money. I will
Valor-
spend 25 silver
Okay.
Okay.
You get
on
like
more
a
meat and some cheese.
like
Om, 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 om.
a quarter of a wheel of hard cheese, maybe like a 4-year-old cheddar, and you get
Valerius will,
2 rolls of
Cheddar?
sausage.
Nice.
Valerius will walk up towards the processed or dried meat section, and he'll purchase a gold's worth of rations to use.
Easy enough. You get the
Oh
usual
right,
stuff.
rations. How much did I spend already for rations? Where's my
Valerius
card?
also making a point to get a bunch of dried grapes, raisins.
Does he even have raisins? Roll me a 1d100.
Sure.
This is
Isn't
trail
this a
mix.
meat?
He's a
Isn't this a
deli.
meat store?
Huh?
Yeah,
Who knows?
isn't-
Maybe.
Yeah.
68. He goes raisins.
Ah, never mind. I assumed you would have some because you sold cheese. Oh well.
You Huh? We sell cheese. We're not exactly we don't make cheese platters.
Ah,
You have to go next door for the nuts and the fruits.
okay.
Okay. I do still have 10 days worth of ration.
Oh, that's
Not
plenty.
sure if those are. Yeah, I'm not sure if those are viable.
Yes, rations last
Viable
forever.
for what?
Okay. Then I still have 10 days worth. That's
That
fine.
the point of rations is so that they last forever.
Okay.
How many rations do I get for 1 GP's worth?
How much are rations? It's
Good
typical.
Good
I
question.
think it's like 1 SP or something like that. Let me just check.
Okay,
ration.
Oh wow, they cost 5.
5 SP
No,
plus
no,
inflation.
that's the 2024.
No, that's the
Check-
2014 one.
They will go with the
Yeah, check-
2014 one.
Oh, okay. Both are the same. Then it's 5 SP.
So
Okay.
Yeah,
basically
5
2
NSP
days
per
worth
day.
of rations.
5 SP for one ration doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Expensive.
so
No, because they last forever, it's for the preservatives.
Yeah.
It's just salt
Normal
pearl.
people forage for food.
And yet
Fair.
we just,
Adventuring ain't cheap.
and
That's
yet
true.
we dine in. It only costs 1 copper. God damn it.
Because it's
Yeah.
fresh. Okay,
Valerius
so
pulls out another 3 goals. Like, give me more.
okay. So you calculate yourself. I'm gonna say the 5 silver is because it's rations, including
Okay.
inflation.
Okay.
Mm.
8 rations. I'll deduct 4 gold. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. So like the party fund is 11 platinum, 6 gold, 9 silver left.
By the way, that money was from myself. Yeah, just to remind. Don't deduct that from that one.
Yep, mine too.
Okay. I'm only just keeping track of the party fund. But like
Yeah.
each of you have money.
Yeah, we
have
have
money
money
that
as
we
well.
that we're deducting.
Yeah. I never want to have a scenario like the first campaign where it's like casino but no money to enter.
Hey, look, there were other things that could have been done, but I can't tell you what to do. I just give you the world. You just poke badgers, okay?
Alright. So speaker is fine with this and says, what's the best way for us to meet again next time?
You can come here to the shop. I'm usually here 9 to 5, 9 to 6, actually. No, I lie, 7 to 6. I work a lot.
Or
When you say these numbers, I look around for a clock.
We just look at that
He
thing
says
up there. I
that
just
in
point
like
at the sun.
he says that in Falsen speak.
Oh, okay.
Once we make contact and is able to get a meeting, we probably come by and look for you again.
He nods. Be swift, and good luck.
Alright.
Thank you. And yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Beaker will get ready to make a move on with his tanks.
yeah. I'm gonna just like walk out. I'm like uh in a zombified state right now because like we are close to 2 days are not going. We are close to 2 days not sleeping.
Oh.
Factual. Well, Bosk had a little bit of a nap, but essentially, yeah, both
I
of you
will
are
have a
really
longer nap.
fucking tired right now.
Yeah.
You
Beaker will
exit.
direct them towards Inaka's farm in case you start wandering in the wrong direction.
True. It's easy enough for you to get there, but before you actually manage to leave the street, Valerius, make me a perception
Just
check.
crash in the freezer.
Okay.
Freezer is
Rolling
very cold.
perception.
And you see the girl again.
17.
Holy crap.
Is it? 16, 15 or 17?
I feel this is important. Should I burn an inspiration for this?
I don't know, man.
Nah, just let
Nah.
him
I
follow
don't think
us.
so.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, past 17.
Okay, 17. At the corner of your eye, not really hiding, but keeping a low profile, is Riffin at the corner.
What?
She clocks
Yeah,
you.
because we did signal her when we walked in.
She sees
Fair
you.
enough.
She's in a different location right now. But she sees you, and then she sort of gives you a thumbs up.
Mm. Okay, so she's not hiding right now.
It's not really
Ellie.
hiding.
Yeah.
I mean, the threshold wasn't too high, so I'm assuming either
Yeah.
she's really bad at hiding or she wanted to be found.
Yeah.
She's from the roles previously, she's very fucking good at hiding.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you have you can leave her alone, and you can go.
I'll message this to speaker and ask her what do you want to do.
We should go to that
Do
barn.
you want me to talk to her or do we just go to the bar?
We can go to the barn. Valerius can send her a message.
Yeah.
Since we know she's
Uh,
friendly now.
I don't think you want to speak in her head without forewarning.
Right, she's one of the guards, and I'm not sure how well she'd do with magic.
And magic, open
Yeah.
casting. Yeah.
Oh,
Valerius will
You-
break
you-
off then. Is like,
before you break off, the bell on the door rings again to tell you that the door opened, and then Topher holds a little bag that you recognize, Valerius. It was the gems, the bag of gems that you gave Griffin initially.
Valerius squints. Is like, what?
And then he holds
How
it
did you
out
get
and he's
these?
like, which one of you give her this?
We all point to Valerius.
Yeah,
He
we
looks
just
at
point to
Valerius and he
Alright.
goes, one gem is fine. A whole bag of them. Do you want to get robbed? And then he just gives it back to you and then closes the door.
No, he didn't want to get robbed. That's why he gave away his gems.
So I got my bag of gems back, minus one gem. I
Minus
guess.
one gem, yeah.
And 5 hid. If I have all
Yeah,
these gems, someone's gonna rob me. Gotta
Well, actually-
offload them.
That's very good information because if you overbribe someone, they could get suspicious instead.
Yep, fair enough.
Okay, you split up. Who wants to go first? Essentially, it's very easy for Valerius to catch up with the gang if he's having like a short chat. What are you doing?
If he's going to short check, I'm just going to head straight to the barn and collapse.
Okay, who is Barn Gang?
Me.
Me.
I am part of Barn
Beaker
Gang.
will guard them like we are not splitting
The
the party any
sleepy
further.
Okay,
people.
siblings are also part of the Barn Gang. So all of you
Yeah.
head to the barn.
All go. You can
Um,
catch up, Valerius. We'll see you then.
Valerius, you walk
Yes.
straight to Rifan, and she
Okay.
regards you pleasantly. I saw that he gave you back the bag of gems. Can I have
Valerius
it?
like stops short of her. Is like, he looks at her and
I have it.
is like, tell me one thing. While dangling the what's it called, the bag in my other hand, it's like, how did you manage to hide so well?
If I tell you, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Valerius chuckles and is like, fair enough, kind of figured as much, and he'll toss over the bag anyway.
She gets just like, nice. Now he can't make me give it back because you actually give it to me, right?
Yes, but a heads up next time in code even would have been nice.
No. And then she pockets it.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
What do you need?
Valerius will. No, not much really. We're just letting you know that things went pretty well. We do.
Eh,
Yeah.
This is your prime opportunity to ask some questions since you just gave a big fat chunk of money. Think about that.
Yep, pretty much. Okay. Okay, my notes. Anything important that I need to ask? I'm also opening the question to the other players.
Yeah, you can admit that this.
you
Like,
I think it was mentioned or even briefly passing by that probably we can ask her to make contact with Guy again. Not sure if he can set us up for meeting with the postman people once
Yes.
more.
Postman Pat.
So
and his
this will be the
really
first thing.
black cat.
Yes.
Question: would it be possible to set up a meeting with our benefactor again? We do have a question regarding certain people.
He doesn't actually come to town, but I can lend you my rock.
Valerius looks at the rock. Is like,
It's a sending stone.
okay, fair enough. He's like, holds his hand out. It's like, no,
It's just a regular rock, bro. I don't know.
it's like, is that a pet rock? Anyway, yeah, he takes the sending stone if she offers it.
She gives a stone.
Is it-
Imagine you find like it's just an ordinary rock.
Yeah,
and she's
I
been
know,
taking
right?
the sending stone for like the last.
Make me an
3
inside
years.
check. You know?
I mean, instead of inside, can I roll an Arcana check? I would assume I'm in tune enough to figure out something is magical, not just by holding it.
More like you can read the writings on the stone because there are runes and shit. Make me an Arcana check. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh,
Why?
it was 16.
Why now? It's your chance to use your goddamn.
Look, 16. It's not an auto fail. 16 is good enough for you to be like,
16 is
no,
a number.
it's not real.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not real?
No, this is like a dummy.
Valerius looks at her with a slight deadpan look. He was like, haha, very
What do
funny,"
you
and,
think this rock is?
She,
and tosses it back to her.
she takes it. She's like, I'm just joking. God, you're so stiff. And then she gives you an actual one after you check again. You're like, okay, this one's legit. Look, it's only one use,
should
and
have
it's
been-
supposed to be
you
for
should have-
like emergencies.
You
I'll
should have
look-
taken it and then like looked at her really sadly, like I'm so sorry.
No, I'll look
I
at
don't
her.
know how to tell you this. You're not actually on the team.
Valerius will extend the hand and rest it gently on the shoulder. It's like, I did give you quite a few gems there. Get your pet rock something nice, would you? Next time I see him, you better have a bow tie around him.
And then she holds the rock and she's like, what is it, Rocky? You hate this guy? No, you can't bash him in the head. And then she
Oh,
pockets that
no,
rock. She's like,
she's-
I'm kidding.
She's one of those crazy folks, huh?
Valerius will let out one of the few real laughs ever since getting Oka. What is the term?
Defrosted.
Defrosted. Yeah, he's like, actually laugh.
She's amused by this. I haven't seen any one of you laugh ever since you came into the town. But I've been following you guys for a while.
Yes, I know. Yes, I noticed.
Or you didn't notice.
You sure about that?
Up towards the end.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Right,
I'll
so-
say that.
Really, I gotta go do some stuff.
Wait, one more question. Why is Guy making us deliver things to, if you know anyway, to different groups that don't seem to know they're working towards a common cause?
First of all, I have no idea what you're talking about. Second of all, she throws her hands in the air in a, I don't know. And then she goes, I don't know what Guy
just
wants to
work
do. I
here."
just work here. I get money. I buy drinks. I have fun. I don't die. He seems like a cool guy.
Valerius like chuckles slightly. He's like, fair enough. Keep yourself safe and hopefully we'll see each other around.
Always.
All right.
Is
Sorry for
he?
not asking too
Wait,
many
hang
questions, but
on.
yeah.
Is he actually? And then she points to a speaker. Like, is he actually working in like a brothel?
uh
Because I'm into
let's
that.
just say that the truth is weirder than fiction.
No, seriously.
You're half right. And then Valerius will walk off.
Hey, let me know if he needs clients. And then she like just
You're
wave
interested, I guess?
maybe, and then she walks off.
Mm-hmm. Catch you around.
She's gone.
All right. I'll turn around and head back towards where we're supposed to meet.
It doesn't take long for you to catch up with the rest of them, and eventually you find yourself in the barn. Well, the front door first to make yourselves known.
Yes, we have to like knock and be like, "Hi."
Why, y'all?
It's like, good evening.
Hey.
Yep.
Well, welcome. I didn't expect you to be here so late. Come in.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
having dinner.
Sorry for the trouble.
No,
I'm
no
assuming
trouble
you
at
don't
all.
have a plate.
Speaker wants to do a little test, like he used to do before, to see if like animals are still afraid of him.
What are you doing? Like, tell me what you're doing.
Okay, like it's a barn, right? Are there animals inside?
You're not at the barn yet, but you had to walk
No.
across like paddocks and stuff. You're in her house at the
Oh.
moment.
Okay. Well, speaker will get within like normal perception range of the animals and see how they respond to him.
There's a cat, and the cat seems unperturbed by you. But it's a cat, so you're not sure.
Hmm. How about like horses and such? And...
They are asleep, so they are not outside. They are safely in the barn. There is a dog inside the house, so you can make me an animal handling check to go closer.
Okay. And
The dog sees you,
yep.
sees his master, sees that she's not freaking out, and then you hear a huff escape him as he plonks his head back to have a nap.
Okay. Then speaker will just relax and then let the normal conversations go on.
She has provided some food for all of you and plain water tinged with some alcohol to kill the bacteria. It's just like a basic nice soup, very comforting, very filling as well.
Food. Hungry.
I will take you to the barn, and then tomorrow I will ask for help to make pierogies. Yes, unless you want to help my husband, he will be awake at 4 in the morning to milk the cows.
Valerius will
We
Pierogies for me.
we do have some plans for work early, so I think I will help with the animals first.
She nods. Right. I am very happy to have all of you here working. And when you're ready, let me know. I will be over here knitting until you need to go to the barn. I will tell you which one. And she pulls out from like the corner of the room a small light. Just when you go in, make sure you turn off the light completely because the animals need to sleep.
no problem.
And then she sort of sits on a rocking chair and starts knitting. Very quiet lady.
Can Valerius like as it look around this general room is anything like slightly broken or requires fixing?
Everything requires fixing. Everything's like it's making creaky noises or something's about to shatter. Like the bowls have seen better days. Everything here has been fixed multiple times.
Valerius walks up to the lady. He's like, "Ma'am, before we turn in for the night, is there anything urgent that requires fixing around here?"
Oh, you have tools? There are some woodworking things that I would like you to help with. The door is slightly, it doesn't really close properly. Um, this screw is loose. I've been asking my husband to fix that for 6 months now.
Valerius at this
Such
point,
relatable.
he starts to pull out his various tools. He's like, "Okay, time to get to work."
Um, roll me a 1d100.
Okay. Ugh. Helios, please get off my keyboard. I need to type. My yellow snake is causing trouble.
He rolls a
Ah.
1d100.
59.
59. You do a pretty good job in getting most of the house spick and span, and a lot of things look well maintained now. And she looks at you. She's like, "You know what? You don't have to work tomorrow. Sleep in."
Ah. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Valerius he looks prouder. He's like, "Yeah, I've earned some time off."
Some nap time while everybody has to do a hair dye.
Uh,
Speaker will look
Uh,
around the house, less for repairs and more to just like get a feeling of how much of a home this is. Like,
It is
the
very well lived in. You see items that belong to adults primarily. You don't see any small things. But it looks comfortable.
Mm. There's no evidence of kids living here.
No.
Okay.
There are extra rooms, like extra doors. There's space going upstairs, but you're pretty sure you're not allowed there, so you don't go.
Mm.
But
Makes sense.
there's more space than should be afforded to just two people.
Uh-huh.
Speaker will ask if there's anyone else staying here.
My husband is already asleep upstairs. Occasionally we have one or two live in a farm help, but it is not the season. Maybe in a few months we will ask, are you looking for work?
Think about it. We'll see how it goes.
You can always come back. The door is open for you.
Thank you.
And then she
Sorry,
continues knitting.
Zitan, your turn.
Second, what do? You're just right now
What?
staring at a delicious bowl of very hearty soup and very bready bread.
My eyes is just like droopy and like just not seeing clearly. I just look at that bowl like staring it for like 1-2 minutes. Take a little bit sip and then just plop on the table snoring.
She sees the situation. She's like, I think your friend is done for the night. I should take you to the room. You can choose to take the bowl with you, although I don't recommend it. There might be some creatures in the middle of the night who will try and eat it. And then she takes out the lantern and she guides you to one of the barns. She opens the barn. The lantern doesn't illuminate everything, but you see silhouettes of cows. This no horses here. It seems this is all cows, with hay scattered around. It's very clean. You don't smell poop in your immediate location. Like you think it's further behind. You can sleep in this area. They don't really come to this side. They tend to huddle over towards the back. I apologize for the smell. This is all we have for general lodging. But have a good night. And remember to turn off the lamp.
Alright, thanks.
She leaves. You are amongst heifers and straw and hay and comfort and pitch darkness, except for the few of you who
Yay.
have dark vision.
Mhm.
Yay.
Speaker will try his test again to see if like proximity causes discomfort for the cows.
Are you coming in as neutral as possible?
Yes.
You do not seem to agitate the animals in the vicinity.
Okay. Then he'll find a corner to go lie down in.
A part of you feels really happy that you don't exude danger vibes anymore. And the calming voices inside your head sort of pat your back in acknowledgement and joy. It's a quiet night. You can choose to take watch or you can choose to sleep through. The siblings will take one watch each. The first and second.
The first time Ziken would not take any watch.
Yeah, sleep time.
Sleep. Okay, there's still number 3 and number 4 left if you choose to do so.
Speaker won't. He trusts the watch called like agitatable barn animals works best.
Okay. All of you close your eyes to sleep. I wish the computer stops farting. I don't know what is going on with this. Anyway,
Oh, it's not just you, okay.
no, it's just like randomly it will flash. And I'm like, are you okay? And it's just Chrome. Sorry, tangent. Anyway, so all of you get to sleep. The first watch and second watch taken, and then they realize that nobody's waking up for the third watch, so they think it's fine.
Yeah, we probably tell them like we're just gonna sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Busk, you're the only
Yeah.
one who sort of has this. Everybody goes to sleep.
Oh.
You go to sleep after what is a very, very long day. You are so tired that your eyes are dry. And you can feel your body cool down as if you're getting a fever, but you know it's just your body telling you you need to sleep. Your eyes close and open again. You blink once, and then you blink again. The situation around you looks normal. It smells normal, smells like cow and hay. You hear the breathing of your comrades. You see Van, who is taking first watch. You close your eyes again and open. Make me a perception check.
Perception check. Am I still exhausted?
You are still exhausted, yes.
Exhausted. Perception check. That means disadvantage.
5.
5.
Nothing will bother you from taking that rest. You close your eyes, you shove it tight,
Yes.
and then
I
you
will
grab
sleep
hold of the nearest item to you just in case. What is it?
now. Sleeping bag. Probably like a sack of clothes.
A sack of clothes. You hold it tight as though it is a stuffed toy, keeping you
It is
company.
a comfy pillow.
But something, even though it feels calm, something feels uneasy. Your eyes predominantly shut. You open it again. And then you see a person, a silhouette. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
So you have dim light right now.
Yes.
The silhouette,
How far the person?
it's right next to you, like sitting right next to you. It's not
Ah,
any one of
I
your
have
comrades.
blind sight.
You can feel them as well. Like you know they're there. They're just sitting there. You scrutinize their visage. You don't really say anything yet. And then like the body, you don't know who this person is, but you recognize it. And it gives you vague feelings of that person that you absorbed just several days ago.
The Hampter?
The Hampter, but in people form. Maybe his original form is Jerry. But Jerry doesn't seem too pleased with you. You watch as he lifts his left arm and goes towards your neck very slowly. What are you doing?
Is he standing?
No, he's sitting. Sort
So
of
he's like sitting
kneeling
next to me.
kneeling down. You know when you want to strangle somebody who's sleeping, you kneel down. But they're very
Okay.
like slow about it.
I reach for a dagger nearby my person.
Okay, you reach for it. Easy enough. The hand is still going closer and closer to you. This, I will say, this happens within a span of 6 seconds, but it just feels very slow to you right now.
Okay. I will sit up. Hello.
No reply as the hand quickly goes towards your neck. You have one
Does it
action.
successfully reach my neck?
I don't know. What are you doing in retaliation?
Struggle, I suppose, with the dagger. Stab.
Okay, you stab, and then you find yourself jolted awake. And you see that nobody is awake, actually. Nightmare.
Ah. Lie back down. Doof.
This time, sleep takes you properly. No dreams, nothing. You think, okay, you can relax now. Time passes by. Everybody wakes up refreshed. If you had exhaustion before, it's gone now.
Yay.
You hear knocking. Who has the highest passive perception?
Me and Valerius.
The cat or
The cat.
Wait,
Valerian.
hang on. What's mine again? I forgot.
What is your
27, I know.
27? Both 27, right? Both of you are the first ones to hear a knock on the door. The barn door, the huge barn doors. And
Starts over
the most silent of whispers. Are you awake? I'm sorry to bother you this early in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes, we're awake. What's up?
There is somebody here to see you about some hair dye situation.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
On the way.
so because it is past 6 o'clock, you find that your items is the disguise items is no longer with you.
Oh, like they're just gone?
They're just gone.
Oh, my head is just gone. Okay.
You came in with your disguise on, right?
Sorry. Would Speaker be able to uphold his part of like milking the cows at 4 or whatever?
Oh.
Then after.
You can now, but nobody actually woke you up.
Okay. Well, Speaker will still do it as principal.
Oh yeah, for sure. But she goes, somebody is here to see you. Did you guys rock up as yourselves or as your fake person that she met in the afternoon?
I think I would be as myself because
Okay.
I already took off the disguise.
I did took off, but yet since I'm wanted, I might have just put it back on,
Yeah.
even as tired as I
I think
was.
it makes sense for.
Yeah, also she
Yeah.
wouldn't recognize you if you didn't.
Yeah.
So doors open and she's like, right. The voice sounds the same, but the people are very different.
Right. Sorry, we haven't put on our makeup yet for the day.
Makeup can change a lot of things with the contouring, but not entire persons. Is there something that I should know about? Are you in trouble? Is my farm going to be safe? Is there some kind of raid?
Raid,
Oh.
I'm not. I
No,
won't.
there
say
isn't.
it's a
We're
raid.
fine.
Yeah.
We
Won't
just
be a-
needed to get in without too many questions.
Right, so nobody is after you.
Yes.
Make me either a persuasion or deception check.
There you go.
Speaker would like to help with Okay, he's
It's
doing
very high.
well.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah. Zikian, for some weird reason, he's okay lying wise.
Okay, she believes you wholeheartedly. Well, that's good. Anyway, somebody is here to dye your hair. Also, the big fellow who is no longer a bugbear. You can come milk cows or animals, or do you want to dye your hair first?
Uh, he
You
he'll motion to the tabaxi. He says he goes first.
Right.
I'll do my job.
You go milk first. Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell them to wait.
Is it also time for pierogies?
Yes, it is time to make the pierogies. Come with me, all the people who need to make pierogies.
That's me. Who else?
A young lady comes by. Oh my god, oh my god, my computer is going apeshit.
Is it me and the siblings?
You and the siblings, hang on, let me really quickly restart. Wait.
Valerius can sleep in, so
Valerius
only
is
you and
snoring,
the yeah.
Valerian.
We needed to hit level 16 to make pierogies.
Nice.
Okay, so hair dyeing is gonna take, because you have a lot of hair, but it's also
Yeah.
dark, so it's
They
gonna
both
take
have a
you
lot of
an
hair.
hour. For Zekin, you have darker hair, right? You have orange hair.
I have orange. Yeah.
Orange. Yeah, I mean, if you're going brown,
Whatever did they bring? If I can go black or like bleach, whatever color of spectrum they want.
bleach is gonna take a really long time. Trust me, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They
So
bring like
dark.
brown hair dye or black hair dye.
Going darker is fine with me.
Darker would be easier.
Yes.
My
Yes.
name is Henry. I will be your
Henry.
hairdresser for today.
Yes. Thank you.
Although I don't think we should do it with the cows. The smell might irritate them.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. Inaka is the name, is it?
Madam Inaka, she is somewhere
Yes.
else. Hang on, let me get her. Madam, yes. Do you have a spare room that we can use for the whole hair thing? Oh, right. You can come and use my house. One of the rooms upstairs is empty. But mind that you make sure nothing is splashing everywhere. You come?
Right. Yes.
And
Thank
then
you.
she
Thank you
looks
very
at
much.
Valerius. She's like, he will be fine over here. When he wakes up, he will come to the house probably.
We are going to leave Valerius alone.
Valerius, hop choo, hop choo.
Yeah.
Okay, you are now at the house. You are set up. You are making pierogies. You are doing the hair dye. It takes an hour and a half. The pierogies finish within 45 minutes because there's 3 extra hands. She's very happy. She's just talking about stuff. You learn about her life a little bit. You learn about the farm, what they do. And then it's done. You have the place to stay tonight?
I don't think so. No.
She nods. The barn is empty again. I hope you had a good rest.
Yes. It wasn't bad.
And I appreciate all your help. And you see that she started a boil. And she's prepared some snacks for you guys. This is for you for your breakfast.
Oh, thank you.
Please, the day is yours. And then she sort of puts on more like farm outfit, and you see her getting ready to just go outside. And literally, you have the day to yourself.
We might come back again tonight. Same arrangements.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. Just knock on the door and I will help you. Do you need dinner as well? I can prepare.
Hmm,
Um,
do we
I look
need
at the
dinner?
others.
Huh?
I can settle our food if we need, but it might be easier if we just have our host prepare something since we're working anyway.
Valerius just goes, "Oh, that'd be excellent if you could prepare some food for us. Last night's dinner was great."
Oh, you have appeared in the house, of course. It's been 2 hours.
I just remembered. Should we have rolled for safe? Are we
Two's
bad?
I think 2 is safe. Yes, 2 is safe.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
Okay,
just
okay.
two is
one
Uh,
now.
okay.
while they are rolling for badness, I want to ask, like, the empty rooms, are they look like they are once upon a time used by someone else, or
Uh,
is it just
you,
empty?
it's just, it's got a trunk, it's got a bed, it's very Spartan. Maybe 1 or 2
So
like knickknacks.
furnished but empty.
Yes.
Oh,
You
okay.
know for a fact that they are, from the conversations, that they are used for general use by other
Mm,
people, farmhands. This was discussed the night before.
yeah, I'm just curious if there are previously, like, I do not want to put words, but kids live here once upon a
No,
time.
you know this
Yeah,
conversation was had, I think, unless it wasn't
yeah.
shared to you.
No, the kids part, no, but I know that it was a This place is like farmhands has used this place, so I'm just I try to like check in and see if it's like the whole story is true or whatnot, or are they hiding something just because it's a bad memory? But okay, no worries.
Look, everything looks legit.
No
Like you
quiet.
don't see small things as one would if they had children. And you also don't like there's no reason why the kids wouldn't be in the house in the morning if
Mm,
they had kids.
yeah. Because of what recent events, because I'm not sure if they have been taken, whatnot. That's why I don't see them. That's why he's like worried and try to make sure he's not stepping onto some landmine he's not supposed to.
Fair, 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 fair.
Okay, I will take this time to cut in. I need to go and look after my dad. But thanks for the session, guys. I'll see you all next year.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good luck with your dad.
Thank, thank you, Shah. Thank you
May
to
he
everyone
get
else as
well,
well.
and I will see
Okay,
All
you
right, bye
soon.
take
bye.
care. Take
Okay,
care.
for the rest of you, what exactly are you doing as she sort of leaves the house? Because
I'm
the entire time you were inside the room, sort of waiting for the color to seep in. There's a few times where you could just walk around the house because you're waiting for the color to seep in.
Is it like did we finish making pierogies at this
Yes,
stage?
you finished
Okay.
making pierogies 45 minutes in. Like you guys were fast.
Ah, okay. We are good. We are professional.
Extra 3 people. So you were actually waiting for Speaker and
The die.
Zekin to finish.
Okay. So we're here with Henry was his name,
Henry, yeah.
and we're chilling.
When he's
Okay.
not, waiting for the dye. When he's not applying the dye or washing the hair,
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah.
you're all just chilling. Zekin is looking
Mm,
around.
Speaker will get you will start practicing his gait again to like move more properly with this new form, this new appearance. And he will make small talk with Henry, like asking him like does he have a normal shop, like is this usual jobs, etc.
Henry, sort of the small talk you get is that
Mm.
he's always wanted to do hairdresser stuff. Um, like he's the town, um, dandy kind of person.
okay.
He also occasionally is invited, and he's very proud of it. That he goes to the city center, not the city center, the central market to open up a stall. There was one time about 3 years ago where he was specially invited to do expensive hair,
Mm.
and he was allowed to use the expensive hair dye. And he was like, "Oh, I almost got hired by a a a noble family. I mean, there's not really any nobles here, but you know,
You
they're
said
rich.
almost. What happened?
Another person was hired better than me,
Ah,
but not from here. So it would have been nice. I live with my
oh, that
family. My mom has this and this and the other.
Okay. So seemingly he's not one of the agents. He's just a guy.
Yeah,
he's
he's
just a
just been
guy.
hired. He's happy to be getting such a decent amount of money for dyeing dark hair.
Hmm.
As
Nice.
usual, he's very chatty. Like he's trying to get information out of you, like where you from, what are you doing here. Very gossipy.
Okay.
Both of you
Speaker
know that
will,
you
will
shouldn't tell people anything, like because
yes.
he mouth
Yeah.
run.
Hmm.
I
Speaker
think
will
what
keep
Boss
to the
will
minimum
do is
details and will try to ask like where does he like get his supplies from? You know, because this could help us in the future.
Oh, he tells you that he usually gets shipments from the merchants depending on the hair dye that he tends to buy. Some of them from Ice Root can range to very, very, very expensive. But they are special order and it can take weeks to arrive. The ones that are available are made in-house. Coincidentally, from the people who sell flowers, they also make dye.
Ah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaker just get an idea of where we can get this guy's supplies in future if needed.
yeah. Did Valerius get his thing restocked?
Yes. So all the items did not come with just Henry, but with another person who deposits your things, and you find that you have change of 7 gold pieces and 3 silvers.
Okay, so that should go into party fund. I
Yeah,
guess.
that will go to speaker.
Sorry, how much was that?
7 gold pieces and 3 silver.
Return or used up?
Return.
Return.
Turned.
Oh,
We used up a lot. Yes.
Now I want to know what you guys look like with your makeup and stuff.
I haven't have an idea what it looks like. Maybe next year I'll give it to you.
Maybe next year. That doesn't help me at all.
Uh,
I know that Bosk's eye color will be um like a deep blue, so when it's dark with the red it will become like purple.
Like dark purple, like purple in the sun kind of
Yeah.
purple. But otherwise you can't
Yeah.
really tell.
Yes. It's like think if you have like a blue film and then someone has a red light behind it.
Oh yeah. She has the eyes of Ibad. No. Okay. But you don't really have a disguise. Do you put on anything extra above that?
I guess I should do some makeup of some kind. But
Valerius
I
can
don't
help
know
you easy.
how different. Yeah, I'll get Val to help. Because she don't really know how to. Wait, does she know how to? Let me check my character sheet.
I would think
Is
so.
this
You
one of
you live
her-
in high
is this
society.
one of her forgotten talents?
Oh.
No, I do not have
No.
such proficiencies. Never mind.
yeah, medicines, but not.
I
I
mean-
have thieves, poisoners, herbalism, alchemical, and cooks.
You did spend a pretty penny, and there are like you could have bought wigs, clothes, things like that.
Yeah. It would be clothes is her main disguise.
Okay.
Like she will be wearing normal clothes. What
Just
passes for normal clothes here?
muted colors, linen, cotton. Like you can dress like Inaka. She has a very comfy cotton dress on with an apron.
Okay.
It's got short sleeves so that it doesn't get caught on anything. looks very sturdy as an outfit, and she wears boots.
Okay. Suitable, I think.
Nod.
Does she do farm work as well, or is
Yeah.
she mainly just...
So she is on the way to what looks like feed the livestock,
Ah, I see.
or the livestock that hasn't been fed yet. And yeah, she would actually get Speaker to help feed the livestock since he didn't have time to sort of milk the cows.
Milk the cows.
And then she lets you know you can always come back closer to when the sun is almost setting, about 5, to milk the cows again. Because if you don't, their others get full and it gets painful.
Understood.
Right. So all the background stuff happens. What do you guys want to do now?
Okay, I think
Huh?
our plan should be to arrange the meetup. Oh,
Yeah.
we can
We
like
have to see
consider.
if Refund has. Oh wait, no. We
We
Refund
have the
gave.
sending stone.
Yeah. But what should we tell Guy then?
You're the one that got it. You have
No,
25 words.
Valerius has the sending stone.
Valerius has
Oh.
the stone.
Oh, well, Valerius can come up with 25 words when he wants to. I don't want to put words in his mouth right
Fair.
now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But as I already planned it, even before the refund thing.
Yeah, we need to arrange the meeting thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to. Last time I
Speaker will
was
come
doing it
along.
during a high traffic or high crowded hour, right? During that location. Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing and see if I can see the postman uh coming in and out and to try to catch the if I can catch the same guy that took my
Yeah.
stuff yesterday. Yeah. Yeah.
You can see him very clearly. He's working in his job, his postman job. Every so often he'll step
Yeah.
out to get a package, to sign for a package and stuff. And then he'll go back in. Nothing different.
Yeah, this one doesn't surprise me because to allow someone to take packages out of the post box, they have to be a permanent employee, pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait during because it comes by every hour or so to pick
It
up the package, right?
no.
Or something
It
like
looks like he only comes out when somebody's specifically waiting for him.
that. Huh. So if I go there now, he won't come out, right?
I
Just-
think you know what, let's do something similar to like yesterday to go there,
Hmm.
and then like when he comes out, you pass him the receipt from the other guy from
Mhm.
Topher.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just walk up to the post office like I'm trying to drop something
Okay.
without anything on my hand right now.
You wait
Obvious.
at the post box. You see
Mhm.
him acknowledge you again. It looks like he
Mhm.
recognizes you from the day before. And then he comes out
Mhm.
and
These
he
guys, it does nothing.
Oh wait, you're a different person. He doesn't recognize
Yeah,
you
I'm a
at all.
Yeah. I'm disguised right now. I'm a browner cat, a browner cat.
Yeah, so he comes
There
out.
is
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Oh, there is like
Thinking
you know
like, yo,
some
these
cats
guys
have like
have a lot of cats.
yeah, like some cats have like those like black stripes that is uh accent like the eyelash and like eye lines like make it more pop, right? He has like more of those running across his cheek and across his head towards his back. It's like black color lining.
Uh-huh.
So it's like making it's like a whole different cat. Or so he doesn't know who I am right now.
Yeah, so he comes out
Mm-hmm.
and he sort of goes, looks for a
Uh,
package essentially. Like,
okay.
why are you wasting my
I
time?
will. I'm. If is he out here already, or
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
he's right
eyeing
in
me?
front of you right now. He's looking at
Okay.
you. You have no package. He's about to leave because you just wasted
I'm
his
going
time.
to take two things out. One is a slit, and one is a piece of paper. Let him see the slit. That has their symbol, and then
Not in public.
no, it's not in public.
You're okay.
I'm
The
go-
thing is, it's very
I'm,
hard for you not to do that in public
oh
because
right.
you're in the open and there's people around you.
Oh
He literally looked at you and saw there's nothing on you, and he's turning around.
no. Oh wait.
Okay, he stops.
Here. I just show him the paper, then I let him hold it. It's like I try to whisper to him and says, Topher wants a meeting.
Make me a stealth check and a persuasion check.
Stealth check is here.
I am trying real hard with Roll20 right now.
That's stealth, and then persuasion is where's persuasion? Where's the P word? That's performance. This is persuasion. Okay.
34. You make a mention of it. He hears you. But the 17, he's like, he's more curious now. He puts the paper in your hand. He's like, I don't know who that is. Also, you're gonna need a stamp and an actual package.
I'm going to now slide because I have high stealth right now. I'm going to slide the piece of paper to his hand. Piece of metal. Sorry, the slit to his hand.
Okay, your stealth is very, very high, so I'm gonna use that. You successfully do that as you take the paper back. And he recognizes it immediately. How did you get this? Look, I'm on the clock right now. I can't really talk. Meet me at the corner of that street. And he points further down.
I nod and continue walking and not stopping.
He hasn't finished his work. He didn't tell you
Oh.
what time.
All right.
But if you leave, he's gonna be like, okay.
Okay, no. I thought he's finished his sentence.
He thought
No,
he meant like
it's
right
it's
now.
done now. This is funny.
Like,
This is
it's like,
funnier.
meet me back there.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
This is funnier. He just sees you walk away and he's like, okay. And then he goes back into the post office.
I'm gonna wait there for hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The rest of you see him just standing there like, what?
I guess we walk up and be like, "You good?"
I'm waiting.
He said
For
he'll
how
come
long?
out. He said he'll come out and meet you.
Yes, he's working, I assume.
What time do people tend to come off the clock for a post office?
5.
Out of character. What's the time now?
Like 9.
It won't be for a while.
Is he gonna come after like when he's on break or?
I don't have anything to do today. Unless you guys have something else to do. I can wait the entire day. I've done that before.
Well, if you can wait while without being conspicuous, then sure. But loitering seems strange. I'll be in the vicinity.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna stop this session for now and have you think about what you're doing because I feel like spending 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours standing around doing nothing.
We're not all gonna wait, right?
Kind of makes for a boring D&D session.
Yeah, they are not going to wait. I'm going to wait.
Like we have we have other things that we can do in
Yes.
in this time frame, surely.
Yes.
Yes, but
Okay, what is
Chicken's
it?
gonna be chilling there.
Chicken's gonna just hang around there like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
made my bed and I'm gonna sit on it.
Exactly, because you left really quickly, and he's like, "What? Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Well, what are you guys doing?"
Okay. This is the marketplace again. So, speaker is aware of. Okay, speaker is aware of the at least one of the locations was in the central market where the kid disappeared, right? That's
Mhm.
correct. So,
Yep,
right.
that is Craig's.
He will do some speaker will be dressed up pretty much like a working class bugbear.
Mhm.
So so he will he will check the spot where like he vanished and like try to pick. Okay, how do I say this? So he knows that he will check out the police station. Uh, he will check out the spot where they disappeared and try to follow the route to the police station to see like where the interception might have happened. And eventually, he's going to go to the police station and try to talk to the uh Soulless. Yeah, that's his plan.
Okie dokie.
Shall the
You walk
rest
in.
of us follow
Solus
you?
is in front.
Okay, but like along the way where the kids disappear, is there anything unusual about the route?
No, not at all. It's heavily traveled.
Mhm.
It's out in the open. It's easy to spot. Like it's very it's just there. It's one of the streets. It's not hidden. The fact that they would be so blatant as to do something like this here of all places is really like confusing to you.
Mm.
You walk in, you see the person mentioned, Solus. She seems to be doing paperwork behind her desk. And thankfully her desk is not too far away from the front desk where you have two officers just waiting, writing notes, speaking to each other, speaking to other people who are coming in. You hear somebody come in saying they lost a pet. Another person say they were robbed, and the officers were like, okay, give me the description, kind of thing, and then you rock up.
Okay. So from what we remember of Solace is she doesn't like Zekan because of what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so Zekan is not with us now.
No, I'm
She
still waiting
is
out there.
yeah.
You are very
So,
far
like,
away, sir. You're like 15 minutes
okay.
away.
Man has a job to do.
Uh
Are the rest of us there? Do you want us there?
well, I mean what do you plan to do with boss? Because like speaking could take as speaker it could take a while.
Mm, I don't think I have much to contribute in this investigation-wise with the kids, because I'm not really a people person. But I can just be around if you need, like, people to be there.
I think you can do your thing for like I mean while we have the session time. And also it's because like if she is in the circles that we suspect she is, like I don't know how she'll react to seeing like or like thinking that someone like Bosk is around. Like, I don't know how the circle goes.
Hmm.
But you're in disguise anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are the
Okay.
kids
There are three
doing?
names. One is Solis, which is the police station lady. One is Nandari, who sells flowers and moves around a lot. And the other is the not Valerius called Sirdal.
The selling of the trinket selling
The
guy.
trinket seller.
Yes.
I don't want to. Okay, the flower person is probably my best bet. I
Okay.
Flower
don't want to
person.
talk to no trinket seller, man.
Okay. So while speaker waits to be attended to, I'm going to go with speaker. You are being tagged along by Van, who is
Okay.
also in disguise, and Bosk, you are with Biro, and he is
Okay.
tagging along and assisting you when you need some schmooze help. So both of you get help from these two when you need it, if you need it.
Nice.
Because they're
We
people
love help.
persons.
Yay.
You search the area and you start asking around for a flower person. How do you do this?
Is she like a flower sales? Like she sells
Yeah,
flowers?
so she has with her, she's very brightly dressed to be conspicuous. She,
Okay.
you were told that she has a big basket of flowers of the day. So there are a mix of various different kinds of flowers, chrysanthemums, um, and flowers that I can't remember the name of, lilies probably.
Okay. And what on the receipt indicates like why was she flagged? Like why
Um,
do we think she's
she
important?
she was on the right street at possibly the right time. She moves around a lot and she might have a lot of information based on what people are talking about around her. She picks
Okay.
up a lot of stuff.
And we have like so we think she saw the kids go missing, like
Maybe
the
not so much saw the kids go missing, but she was around when people were talking about it. So she might have
okay.
leads.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that seems good enough. Do
Okay.
we have the date? Like how long ago and
You don't have an exact date,
okay. Do we
unfortunately.
have roughly like,
Well,
3
the
weeks,
children
a month and
disappearing
a half?
business
It's
is
a
it looks like it's
well-known
a commonly
phenomenon.
occurring thing. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I thought like it'd be okay. I was going along the lines of, oh, remember at such and such date, because if we know that she was there, or is she just like a gossip person who might know something?
She moves around a lot. Like she travels the length and breadth of the town because she needs to sell the flowers, and she's at the most prominent places. So he identified her name because she might be the best person to give you some kind of lead, or she might have hearsay that would be important.
Okay, okay. So
But it's not that
it's
she
not that
was
they
there.
know that, oh, she was there. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, she probably knows someone who was there.
Yeah, and he hasn't been
Okay.
able to speak to her because he has a job.
Yeah. Okay. We thankfully do not have job
Indeed, or this
at
is your
this
job.
moment. Yes.
Okay, how do you choose
This
to look
is
for
our
this person?
job.
Like she's very conspicuous. Most people would probably know her.
I'm just imagining
Just
Aerith from Final
ask,
Fantasy
right?
VII going around in the song.
I have no
Yeah.
idea who that is, but okay.
Yeah. Just ask, oh, do you know such and such, the flower sales lady?
A few people nod and they sort of
Do you know where
give
she would
you
be?
directions, and you follow everybody. Like the minute you lose the plot, you ask another person and then they bring you to another direction. Roll me a d20. Roll me, actually no, roll me perception.
Oh no.
Normal now because you're fine.
Perception. Not one of my big number, but
19.
19. That's a
19
good roll.
big. With a 19, I would say that it doesn't take you a long time because you hut and you don't have tiny legs following you this time. You manage to see her dress turn the corner. And then you run towards her and you manage to see her. She's selling a flower to a small child, and that child gives her 4 coppers. And she goes, "Thank you." She pockets it and she starts looking at other people trying to make a sale.
What kind of flowers does she have?
A lot. I'm bad with flower names, so I'm gonna say she has a red
Many
one,
different kinds.
orange one that you give to funeral, one that you give to people who got married, one to give to your best friend, a rose. Just one.
We we went to flower shop yesterday,
Yes.
right?
So you went to a funeral flower shop, and you went to his brother's shop, which is not a funeral flower shop.
Yeah.
And I forgot their
Um,
names.
how different is the flower selection compared to like their stuff?
It looks about the same. You think that she might have gotten the flowers at the market to sell
Ah,
here.
okay. I
So there's
see.
a big markup.
So she doesn't strike me as someone who like grows these flowers
Not at
or
all.
like
No, she a hustler.
okay. Um
She
hmm.
traps another person into her gaze, and she starts doing her spiel about how the woman beside the other person should get flowers because every woman should get flowers. And you watch her beguile the buyer into purchasing one too many, and you can tell that
Okay.
she's really good at her job.
So Biro and I will be just like people watching, and then I will ask him like, how do you think we should go about this?
Well, it seems that she's targeting couples. So I think we should pretend to be one, and I think you should be angry with me. Or I should be angry with you. Men can get flowers too.
I nod, and that will convince her that we need flowers, but how do we get the rest of the information? Biro's like, I hadn't thought of that
No,
far
he
ahead
does.
yet.
He, like you see him
okay.
like loading screen, and he goes, "Well, I'm not very good at asking questions. Perhaps if we could sort of strike a deal with her to purchase more flowers at a ridiculous markup cost for our potential cousin's brother's birthday party."
I don't think the reason that we need to buy flowers is important.
Oh,
But you're thinking that she'll talk to us if we buy a bunch of flowers.
I think if what Topher said is true, and she is indeed a prudent investor and businesswoman, she would be very keen to listen to us when it comes to money matters and potential sale. I mean, I would, if only to suss out whether or not I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm just waiting for boss to come back with information. 50 tons of flowers.
And when she eats, she's like, that's edible.
I guess we don't really have a choice then.
Well, I think we're going to have to get our story straight. So what is the birthday party? Do we go with birthday party route?
We're going to be asking her about the missing children
Yes.
and whether she's seen any.
I think for birthday party would be a perfect excuse considering she would be supplying us with copious amounts of flowers, and we're worried about news about missing children, and there will be a lot of children at the birthday party because it's a birthday party for children.
That's a good point. Yes, I think that should be something that we consider. And I guess it doesn't matter why we're not buying from one of the stores you went to yesterday. Those are out of the way, and we probably don't know they exist.
Also, we could just be just newly here. Nobody's told us about the faraway area.
Nod, nod, nod.
I mean, the only reason why we're there was because we had to be there. I don't think as a visitor I would be that far away from the town center at all.
Yes, I think that works. And then we look around to see if she's there.
She has moved about 60 feet away from you. Like she's slowly making her way further and further away from you, selling at the same time. The last
Okay.
person you saw parted with a good 6 pieces of gold.
Oh, how many flowers did they get?
It was a very small bouquet, but somehow it incurred a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
Like, she knows her stuff.
Okay, we go. We approach.
You
Excuse me,
intercept.
Miss Flower Woman,
Yes.
and then we see the amount of flowers she has. Does it look like enough for
It
a?
doesn't look enough for a birthday party.
Okay.
She can make 3 bouquets.
Hi. Okay. So the two of us, and then I gesture to Biro and myself. We need flowers for a kid's birthday party, and you look like you have some flowers.
Yes, I have a lot of flowers. And then she gestures to the basket. The birthday party, how many flowers did you need?
I think we need like more than that.
More than that.
But I suppose you're just selling to like people who are giving flowers to one person.
I can arrange event flowers if that's what you're asking.
Oh, you can? It's pretty short notice. It's in like a couple days.
Oh.
Is is that fine?
She looks around. I feel like we should sit down to speak about this, don't you think? And then before you could answer, she
Excuse-
waves down maybe like a 14-year-old girl, a tiefling girl, and she goes, "You have such beautiful hair and those horns. I think this would look really good on you." And she pulls out like this bright blue flower. And it doesn't even cost that much. And then she just puts it in front of the girl, and the girl, like, you can see the eyes start to sparkle.
I look at the bright blue flower. Do I know anything about this flower? Like how long it will last and blah 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 blah.
You think
Like
with
the
proper,
condition of this flower.
it's very healthy. It is very healthy. I mean, healthy as a dead flower can get. You think if it's put into a vase within 30 minutes, it should be vibrant for the next 3 days.
I look I see the flower in her hand and then I like cut in. I'm like, that flower's in really good condition. I think if you just like put it in a vase or something, it should last a good 3-4 days.
I'm gonna see if this girl buys it.
Buy the flower.
She does.
Yes.
She pulls out. Sorry, how much is it? Oh, it's only 4 copper for you, darling. And then she goes, "Oh, that's really cheap, I think." And then she pulls out 4 copper. I'm gonna put it in my hair. I don't think I've put it. I don't think I'll put it in the vase. Thank you, kind lady and other kind lady. Bye. That was surprisingly nice of you. Come, there's a nice cafe just round the corner. They are really nice sandwiches.
Okay, we go to the cafe.
She sits down. It seems that everybody knows her. Everybody's saying hi. And without saying anything in front of her, what are words? The waiter brings her a cup of tea. It smells slightly of peppermint and a small cookie. And she goes, "Oh, thank you so much." And then she takes like a very small baby's breath and then she puts it in the waitress's pocket. "This is for you. So, you can order your food or we can just sit here and we can go through possibly a contract for flowers for a birthday, you say?"
Yes. Okay. I am going to think back to the map I saw yesterday.
Mhm.
It has it had the locations where the kids went missing, right?
Yes. There were
Did they
several
seem to
locations.
be are they quite spread out, or
Um,
is there like
there's
pattern to it?
no real pattern to it, but you know that near the location you're at, because you have very high survival and you understand maps.
Yep.
There's about 3 or 4 locations nearby where incidents happened.
Ew, okay. Okay. Um, right. So I will start by being like, okay, so uh I think we're thinking like 12 kids will be coming for the party, and I turned to Bureau and like, and I forgot where was it? Where were we having the party?
Oh, it's at, and then he gives like a nearby-ish location in between two of the kidnapping places. Make
Oh,
me an insight check.
really? Was it still there? I thought they were talking about maybe changing the venue because of those incidents.
Yeah, but we haven't really found a new venue at such short notice.
Right,
I
right.
mean,
Let me roll my insight check. Do, 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 do.
21.
Oh,
Big insight.
big
You
number.
can tell that she is kind of concerned with the number of children and the location, but she doesn't say anything because the sale's a
Um,
sale.
I don't suppose you have any recommendations because we were quite new to town and we heard that stories about these children going missing.
Oh, so you know. Could that
We've
be the reason why you're changing the venue so quickly? Oh,
yes,
oh, it's concerning that. Whose birthday is this, by the way?
um, kid of a friend of ours.
Right.
She's like 7.
No,
I guess
that
she's
is
turning 8.
indeed problematic. I might have a venue. In fact, I could make some calls, but I am a businesswoman first. We do need to discuss compensation, of course.
Right, of course. You seem to be just like a flower salesperson, but I imagine, and I like look around to the cafe. You know a lot of people here.
I know enough people to make a living and perhaps make a good party.
Right. So from well, what do you know about these incidents of missing children? Like,
Oh dear, I've heard many things. Some people have said that they're just unfortunate, unlucky individuals, but I've come to hear that they belong to missing persons, which is very strange. For the most part, it's not always missing persons, but you never know with these things. It could be a red herring. Other people also say that they weren't children to begin with. They were just, little, one of the smaller races in disguise. And they
oh,
were against, ice route authorities and were at large.
I see. Haven't the local law enforcements been looking into this at all?
They've
I
been,
heard that
they've been
Paulson was
trying.
relatively safe.
Paulson is definitely mostly safe, except for the kidnapping of children or little people. Honestly, I haven't really encountered such a thing personally. I think I would be quite scared. But yes, personally, I don't think the authorities are doing a good job, but you didn't hear it from me. I don't want to get bamboozled by them, especially since I'm a lowly sales girl, just selling my flowers. Now,
You're right.
how many children did you say were going to be attending this party?
We're expecting 12, but you never know. Some parents might pull their children out. I wouldn't really blame them, to be honest.
That's true. 12 children is a lot, especially in this
Yes.
um climate. It's not actually,
I'm
safe.
I'm thinking we can probably plan for 12, so maybe 2 large tables
2 large tables.
with maybe 3 or 4, maybe 3 arrangements for one and then four for the other.
Does this child have a particularly um does this child have a particular fondness for a particular flower or color?
Oh, I turned to Bureau. I'm sure she told us. I've forgotten. And then I look at his face to see if he knows his flowers,
His
because I
face.
know my flowers.
He does not know his flowers. He goes, "Well, she seems to like red and yellow. If we could get an arrangement in the colors of red and yellow, I don't think she would be particularly interested in what flower there is, considering she is turning 8."
I just imagine next session is like when the super secret people meet. It's like, why is it red and yellow in here?
Yes,
Red and yellow.
red and yellow is quite
Um,
a delightful color. Maybe we'll intersperse it with some white, some
right.
baby's
So
breath, a
so
bit of
tulips maybe,
eucalyptus.
if
Tulips.
those exist? Question mark.
I'm gonna say all the flowers exist
Are
because
those in season?
I cannot come up with any, like, this is a very climate controlled area, so I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, they have all the greenhouses
They
that are
have
necessary.
all
And
the
it's
things.
all the seasons.
You haven't seen it rain at all? Like, so you think irrigation must be a big thing where we are? Yes, when was it again? In next week. Was it?
I look at the calendar and be like, oh yeah, in like 4 days.
4 days. I can make do,
Maybe
but
one arrangement can have tulips. The others, I think it's not as important, because we'll put that one right in front of her, and then the others will just be there. I don't think we have the budget
may I ask what your
for
budget
like
is?
7.
Then I can sort of work around that budget and make sure she has
She
she has
and then
the best birthday.
okay. With what I know from the flower arrangement shop from yesterday, what are the price per arrangement?
Yesterday was
Just there.
kind of cheap.
Yes.
You're looking at maybe like the basic arrangement
Yeah.
could have been like 3 gold. The most expensive one
Mhm.
can be 12 gold.
Okay. Oh, I don't have enough money. Um, I I open my like little coin pouch and I look inside, and then I realize that, I probably don't have enough budget for all of this.
You
Hmm.
see her face sort of drop a little bit and her like interest waning.
But
Interest peaked again.
I suppose I could get your contact. How would one find you, actually?
Oh, I wander around. I'm sure that you can ask anybody to look for me. They would find me. In particular,
Ah,
just
okay.
look
So
for
you don't have.
Nandari. I don't really have like a calling card or anything.
I see. And then I look at like her the basket of flowers that she's carrying with her. Um, Wait, I don't suppose you have the time to grow these yourselves. How does your business operate? You said you did events?
Yes, I do events sometimes, depending on whether or not the client and I work well together. And it seems that both of us communicate well enough.
Okay. Here's what I think I will do. Your name is
My name is
Ni
Nandari.
Nandari. Okay, I like pull out little receipt and like write it down. It's actually literally what's his name's receipt, and I'm just pretending to write it down, but the name was already there. Um, I look at what she has now. Does she have tulips now?
She does.
Okay.
She also has
Um,
an array of different reddish and yellowish flowers.
okay. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of tulips from you now, and I'm going to pass this to our friend whose kid it is to have to that's having the party, and get her to come look for you.
You know what? I will give you as an introductory price since we will be working well together and I would like to have you as a client. And then she pulls out a white tulip. It's sort of like pinkish tulip because there's no real red tulip in her basket right now. And
Hmm.
a sort of pale yellow tulip, and she puts it together, and you watch her put like a cotton dipped in water, and she wraps it under to keep it fresh, and then she bundles it up, and she goes, "You can have this for two gold."
Oh, okay. I'll pass her 2 gold.
And if you want
I
to find
feel
me,
pain.
I feel pain.
And
It's very expensive.
um, you did mention that you might know of a better venue than the one that we were planning, because I do need to let her know that there is a safer one.
Let me look around. Come back here in 2 hours.
Okay, I might be able to find my friend and pass the note first.
Brilliant.
Right. I'll see you in a bit.
All right. She takes the cookie and wraps it up and puts it in her basket, and then she drinks some of the tea and she goes, I will see all of you later. In 2 hours I'll be back. Bye. And then she sort of meanders away, again expertly making people spend money.
So how do you think she knows or might be able to find out where might be safe?
Well, seeing as how she just sat down and immediately was served tea, I would love that to happen to me anytime. Tea and cookies for free? She didn't pay for that. Perhaps she has contacts in other venues? You know, one of those people like, I provide flowers and then there'll be a cut for you as a venue kind of thing.
Right. Her knowing places is one thing, but how do you think she knows that they're going to be safe?
Oh, he shrugs. Maybe that's a guess. Maybe she's just saying it because she wants business. She did look kind of disinterested when you told her that, you know, you might not have money.
Hmm. You think it's worth coming back here in 2 hours?
She knows a lot of gossip. And what do we have to lose considering our cat friend there is sort of lounging around until 5?
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
But we could go other places in the interim. We do have 2 hours.
Yes. Let's go. Shall we go see how Speaker's doing?
Right. We could. You get up and leave with your 3 flowers in hand. And that is where we're gonna end for today because it is
Yeah,
11:17.
it's late.
Yep.
And I thought I was gonna end it at 10:45. Thanks, guys, for
We
playing.
have
We will
3
see you
tulips.
next year on the 7th.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Happy Christmas. Stand up straight, walk around, drink
Happy
water,
November.
get a massage, do all you need to do. Goodbye. And thanks for
Bye.
watching.
Bye.
Bye.